and subsequently its Mother Superior. It had never occurred to Angelica Doherty that she had a vocation to be a nun, and she would never have joined had it not been for the subtle pressure applied to her by Sister Domenica when the senior nun visited the St. Agnes School for Catholic Girls just outside Austin, Texas. "Jesus is waiting for you," Sister Domenica said to the impressionable 16-year-old Angelica, "but don't expect him to wait forever. Jesus is a busy executive in the corporation that is the Holy Church. He has plenty of other things to do." The message was rubbed in with references to the consequences of not obeying a call. "There are plenty of girls, young women now," said Sister Domenica, "who bitterly regret, not having responded to a vocation. Some of them, I have no doubt, are in purgatory for that very reason. I'm not sure whether they'll be getting out any time soon. Who knows? These things are secrets kept in the bosom of the Lord." Angelica succumbed to these suggestions and was in due course admitted to the Vale. She was given training as a nurse, and it was while she was in college studying nursing that she met Francesca Duval, a young woman from Baton Rouge. Francesca would cook a meal for the two of them every Friday evening, and then they would listen to the collection of Cajun LPs that Francesca had built up. This would be done by candlelight, and Francesca always had a bottle of Californian white wine that she would open for these occasions. "Are you sure you want to go ahead with this nun business, Angie?" asked Francesca. "I mean, there's much more to life, you know." Angelica always hesitated when answering that question. She did not want to be a nun, but she was frightened of Sister Domenica. How could she ever face the Mother Superior and tell her to her face that she was leaving the order? She couldn't do it. She just could not. After completing her nursing training, Angelica was sent by the order to serve in a hospital in Somalia. Francesca came to see her off. They both cried. She spent 6 years in Somalia, never returning once to the United States. Then she was awarded 6 months' leave by the order. She returned to Austin, weakened and suffering from a debilitating tropical disease from which she would take months to recover. Hearing of the condition of her friend, Francesca offered to put Angelica up in the house she owned in Canyon Creek. The order was happy to accept, as this would mean that Angelica's recuperation would not be a drain on their budget. Slowly, Francesca nursed Angelica back to health. She cooked nourishing meals and arranged for physical therapy. On Friday evenings they returned to their former custom of having dinner by candlelight while listening to Cajun music. "I'd love to go back to Louisiana," said Francesca one evening. "Would you come with me?" "For good?" asked Angelica. Francesca nodded. "Yes," she said. "You've done your bit. You worked all those years in Kenya." "Somalia," interrupted Angelica. "Okay, Somalia. You worked all those years without being paid. You got sick. You've made your contribution, and we'd be so happy together, listening to Cajun music down there and eating gumbo. And dancing, too. I know a place where we could go dance." "But how?" "You write a letter to that woman, what's her name, Domenica or whatever. You write to her and say, 'I quit.' That's all. I quit." Rather to Francesca's surprise, the letter was written. 3 days later, Domenica arrived at the house. "Hi, Mother Superior," she said to Francesca. "Get lost," said Francesca. Domenica pushed her way past Francesca and charged into the living room. When she saw her, Angelica paled. "Mother," she stuttered. She got no further. She saw Francesca creeping up behind Domenica, a heavy saucepan in her right hand. Angelica gasped, and at that moment Francesca hit their visitor over the head with the saucepan. It did very little, if any, harm.